morning, guys. I'd like to welcome you guys to another One Take review. This is my review of Attack on Titan episode 51. Also, y'all gotta start telling me the t-shirt. Y'all, nobody told me that the episodes come out on Saturday. I was literally gonna wait till tomorrow to do this review because I thought the episode came out on Tuesday. My homeboy hit me up and said, "Hey, did you check out Attack on Titan?" I said, "What?" I didn't know it was out. Either way, go. Been waiting on it. This was after last week's events. I knew this was gonna be a very good episode, and it definitely delivered on that part, on that end, because we have a legit war going on. Most of the time, we have battles. This is a legit war. They're using war tactics. Like both sides are strategizing. You got the Beast Titan on one hand. You got you have Rainer, bitch ass, climbing the wall, and so his whole thing is to kill the horses. Kill the horses. The soldiers can't leave. They get tired. It makes it easier for them, for the Titans to grab freaking Eren, right? Then you got Eren like, nah, I have to be very, very smart about this as well. So he's like, hey, you got, plus also the Beast Titan sends are like 3-4 meter Titans. He sends them off. This is, I'm talking about, it's like some excellent shit. Also have another Titan carrying something on his back. We don't know what that is just yet. I think it's like I said, this is a war, so we probably won't get to see what that is till later on. And they strategize. And it really seems like the Titans have the advantage, because only thing they have these new weapons called the what was it called? I'm gonna call them Thunder Strikes. I know that's not the exact name. That might have been the name though, or something like that. Either way, go these big weapons that allows them to pierce the armor Titan's armor. But they have those weapons, but it's like you're outnumbered by a bunch of Titans, and they're getting taken out by some of these smaller Titans. You know what I'm saying? Some of the scouts, they ain't been in the game that long, or this might have been their first fight or something. Either way it go, they getting took out by these smaller, just lesser Titans, and Eren knows, like, this is not good. If we can't handle these 3-4 meters, you know what I'm saying, when they send some big shits our way, we gonna be in trouble. And like Beast Titans sitting back, the taller, the bigger Titans, they all sitting back. You know what I'm saying? Because they scouted this out. They have the scouts surrounded. They was prepared to, like, basically this is like the last stand. It seems like, I don't know how any side gets out of this. I don't know I can understand how the Beast Titan, and if he was to have to retreat, I can see how he would get away, but I just don't honestly see any predicament in which the scouts get out of this. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like there is such a disadvantage. And we see that more was like they bring Eren to because if they didn't use Eren as bait, Rainer would have killed the horses, which would have fucked a lot of shit up. A lot. Okay? Would have fucked everything up. And they're playing initially to work, but if, like, Eren gets out, he can jump around, go back, and they can flank. It's a pincer move, the Beast Titan. Even though I feel like that still would have been hard because he still have all those other Titans out there with him, but it still would have gave them a better chance of getting him. But I think he's super strong because we've seen him beat. I don't mean necessarily to see it, but we know he beat Rainer. Like, hey, the guy's pretty skilled and super, super smart. But then we get our Rainer versus Eren, which is always awesome to see Titans going at it, and then the Thunder Strikes actually work on Rainer. Like they nail him a few times. In this episode, we think, and like before that, there was one thing I really enjoyed was like the fact that Eren was like, do you know where we at? Like, they're in the same place where Eren grew up, where Eren just pretty much said he's gonna kill them all. Like, the stuff I've been pretty much waiting for, because I really like when Eren's when his confidence is up, there's no stopping him. You know, and he you know, he's kind of, Eren reminds me of like Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying? He's cool at times, but like if his confidence is up, like it's a problem. But if it's not, you know what I'm saying, he's kind of off. But if his confidence is where it needs to be, there's no stopping it. And like you can tell the way he was beating the shit out of Rainer, which I was loving. But then we see Rainer might have possibly died. They hit him with the first ones, and then the rest of the scouts were like, "Can we do this? Like, we supposed to deliver the finishing blow. Can we do it though?" And what's name was like, "Yo, fuck all that. Y'all know this is what we have to do. When we said it, like when it came to this moment, we have to do it." And it seems like they killed him. I don't know. It was said how he got away the last time by transferring his consciousness, but I don't know if he was able to do it simply because the blast was so big. And to me, Rainer should be dead, but if he's still alive, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Which honestly is, I think next episode Bert comes out, and we eventually gonna see him transform, which is gonna now put them in between. It was one thing to put them in between the Armor Titan and the Beast Titan, but now you're gonna put them against the Colossal Titan and the Beast Titan. I just honestly don't see no way for them to win. Especially, their strategy was to close the wall. That happened. Yet, what is to stop you guys from losing and then busting the wall back open? I don't see any way that they possibly win. I just don't. With just Eren, I mean, I know they have the what's the name? Somebody get ejected, but I just don't see a way that they get out of this with if they. I mean, even I know they're gonna. It's a war. You lose people. And I know they're going to lose people. It's just, it's so weird to me. Like, I'm thinking of every single scenario in my head to like, how do they get out of this? Only thing I'm thinking is like, Eren uses that ability to like command the Titans, but at the same time, can't the Beast Titan do the same thing? So it's like they just have like clashing abilities, and then it'd be like, whoever can beat the other person can command the Titans. I don't trust Eren to win that fight against the Beast Titan, as well as the Colossal Titan being there. It's just so much. But you're so invested because you don't know what's going to happen. That's probably the best part about it, is that you don't know what's going to happen, so you're super invested to see how do they get out of this seems like impossible situation. But I want to know what you guys think about it, so let me know down in the comments, yo. Hit that like, man. Subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you guys later.